Next at 5, the Aztecs are heading to the big dance. We'll tell you who they are up against. Plus, cut-back economy, the latest impact inflation is having. And local kids getting a behind-the-scenes look at a San Diego staple. CBS 8 News Live at 5 starts right now.
This is CBS 8 News Live at 5.
After yesterday's heartbreaking loss in Las Vegas, the Aztecs are going dancing in the NCAA tournament. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Holmes. Steve Price has the night off. San Diego State got the news a short time ago on the March Madness selection show that was right here on CBS 8. Marcus Greaves is here to break down the bracket for you. Now, Marcus, a lot of people want to know, who are the Aztecs going to face first?
Yeah, thanks, Kirsten. So now that the Aztecs regular season is over, the Mountain West Conference tournament is done, it's a national holiday, everybody, because it's Selection Sunday. So we get to find out who the Aztecs will face in the NCAA tournament. Drum roll, please. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have drum rolls. But the Aztecs check in as the 8th seed in the tournament, and they will take on the Creighton University Blue Jays in Fort Worth, Texas, Thursday. Creighton finished their regular season with a record of 22 wins and 11 losses, which was good enough for the 4th place in the Big East. Creighton finished 2nd in the Big East tournament after losing to Villanova in the title game. But the Blue Jays do struggle a bit to score. That's something to keep in mind. They average 69 points a game and give up about 68 points a game. But one player to keep an eye on is, at least for the Blue Jays, is senior forward Ryan Hawkins, who leads the team in scoring and rebounding. So sounds like this will be the matchup between the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year, Nathan Mensah, and him. That will be an exciting one. That will be a fun one to watch, Kirsten. And hey, anything can happen in March. I'm going to keep that in mind also. I just have to say this, throwing this out there. Okay. We got some big news out of the NFL. Tom Brady, he might be on his way back to the NFL, but stick around for sports because I'll tell you guys more about that then.
Okay, so wasn't he the one that retired, didn't retire, but really retired, and now he's out, back in?
It's a whole lot. We're all trying to keep up with it. I see it, then I don't see it, then I see it, then I don't see it. I'll explain everything in sports, so you guys will want to stick around. It'll be a good one.
The soap opera that is the NFL. Not like a soap opera, so I'll appreciate that. Thank you, Marcus. There was another record-setting gas price today for San Diego County, but things may be leveling off. According to AAA, today's average price is $5.76 a gallon. That's up 1.6 cents from Friday. Now, if this sounds familiar, it is, because we've set a new record 19 days in a row. But oil prices are finally coming down, dropping around $16 a barrel from their high on Tuesday. Now, before you get too upset about those gas prices, some drivers in Oceanside are paying well above that $5.76 average. Today, this mobile station on Mission Avenue was charging $6.49. You saw it there on your screen for a gallon of regular. Yeah, some drivers who filled up there said they didn't really have much of a choice.
No, we had to fill up, man. It was right off the highway, so yeah, they knew they had us.
Me personally, I couldn't believe it, man. It's something different, man. We living in a different time now, man, so you got to spin to win, right?
Me, myself, personally, got to spin to win. We love to see it. Okay, so according to GasBuddy.com, the cheapest gas in the county today is $4.99 a gallon at Summit Gasoline by the Sports Arena and at the Sinclair just off Scripps Poway Parkway. And here at CBS 8, we want to help you save money when you're filling up. Text the word gas to 858-571-8888, and we'll send you a link to find some of the stations with the lowest prices in San Diego County. Now, those high gas prices and rising inflation continue to impact our wallets. And now San Diego businesses says it's affecting them too, as fewer customers are showing up to shop or even eat. CBS 8's Regina Rita hears from customers and businesses in North Park who are feeling the pinch.
As inflation is at an all-time high and gas prices continue to rise, some businesses are feeling the economic pressure while customers are feeling the pressure in their pocketbook.
With shoppers spending close to $100 at the gas pump, many have become cautious with their money and are thinking twice before spending.
I wanted to take a day trip to New Mexico, and I'm thinking twice now about taking it because the gas is at $6 a gallon.
While others are bringing concern for rising household debt.
Look at other people, other families, it takes a discretionary income out of your wallet from gas prices going higher and higher. And, you know, Gas starts with everything.
According to the most recent report from Wells Fargo, household debt increased by $333 million in the fourth quarter, marking the most significant quarterly uptick in almost 15 years. And it's not just consumers feeling the pressure. Small businesses are feeling the inflationary pressure too. Senor Mangos, a smoothie shop in North Park, says while they still have clientele, they fear that less people will stop at their shop and buy from their menu.
As the summer comes, hopefully we pick up as well. You know, we're known for our smoothies, our bowls.
But economists say with fewer customers, that brings a problem for workers.
Well, when business slows, companies might respond then by laying off workers. So if they're not selling as much, then they may have to let some people go. So if restaurants are not seeing as many customers, they won't hire as many workers, or they'll let some of their workers go.
Adding that there's no telling when prices will level down. In fact, they may double because of gas prices.
That could be built into higher prices for everything, because most products need to be shipped. And if there's an increase in gas prices, that means it costs more money to ship.
Which is why they also recommend that you hold off on spending and plan on budgeting.
For CBS 8, I'm Regina Urrita.
Yeah, you definitely got a budget out there. Okay, so it was a breezy day across San Diego, and there's an extra hour of sunshine on the way, but will it be warm for those evening plans? Meteorologist Sean Stiles is here with that first look of your microclimate forecast. Hey, Sean.
Good evening, Kirsten. Well, not as warm as it was yesterday, but boy, with the sun out today, even though the temperature in the downtown area only pushed to 63, if you were in the sun and having it radiate its heat down upon you, it felt a lot warmer than that. But boy, once you're in the shade and a little bit of that sea breeze kicked in, it made for a chilly day here in San Diego. In fact, we were 4 degrees below our average, and the overnight low at 5 degrees below. So we started out below, and we continued to stay below average all day long as far as the temperatures are concerned. The sunset should be spectacular tonight. It's just before 6 o'clock, and you mentioned those breezy conditions. Well, they'll stick around until just after midnight. The strongest gusts will last until about 9 o'clock, and that's primarily over the mountains and into the deserts. However, there is still a pretty steady sea breeze. It's just not suddenly at the mountains it gets windy. The winds build, and as they roll over the tops of the mountains, they accelerate as they move down into the deserts. As I said, our average at 67, but tomorrow we're going to go above that, and we'll stay above that right on through the mid part of the work week. Some nice conditions out in the inland microclimates where we'll move into the low 80s, and then a trough digs down over the Great Basin in and around the Salt Lake, Snowbird, Alta, Park City area, and they're going to get snow. We're just going to see some clouds and cooler conditions. I'll have your 8-day forecast and talk about a little leprechaun that's going to be showing up.
Tonight, a veteran San Diego sheriff's deputy is under investigation after video surfaced of him allegedly soliciting sex from an underage boy. Sergeant Luis Rios is a 25-year veteran assigned to the San Diego Central Jail. According to the Union Tribune, on Friday, a citizen group called People vs. Preds posted an Instagram video of a confrontation with a man alleged to be Rios in a parking lot in what they say was an intended meetup with an underage boy. The group mimics the methods of the former To Catch a Predator TV series, with members posing as minors online. In a statement, the Sheriff's Department said they just learned of the allegations Friday night and took immediate action. Their statement goes on to say, quote, "We take these allegations very seriously and will do a thorough investigation into the matter." Again, Rios has not yet been charged with the crime. He's been put on administrative assignment or desk duty while the Sheriff's Department investigates. And CHP is looking for a driver involved in a hit and run on I-15, early this morning in City Heights. It happened just after 2 a.m. in the southbound lanes near University Avenue. A witness says a Ford Mustang sped by him moments before it hit a motorcycle.
I was coming down the freeway and I saw a Mustang that was going pretty fast, and 30 seconds later I see a bunch of dust in the cloud, and then I'm swerving away from that Mustang.
Incredible footage there on your screen. By the time police got there, the driver had vanished. The motorcycle rider was taken to the hospital. We're working on getting an update on how they're doing for you right now. And a high-speed chase late last night through the College area prompted this massive response from police. SDPD says the driver of this Corvette was going up to 100 miles per hour on freeways and city streets. His tires were spiked on College Avenue, but he continued onto the 94 West and crashed near Euclid. After a 10-minute standoff, the driver hopped out of the window and then surrendered. Police say he appeared to be highly intoxicated. And a house in Chula Vista is badly burned after an early morning fire. It happened just after 4 a.m. at a house under construction on Teresa Way. Flames could be seen burning through the roof. Luckily, no one was inside at the time. Firefighters were able to knock that fire down in about 30 minutes.
We did go defensive from the start, just based on the amount of fire that was through the roof of the building. We wanted to knock the fire down before we had interior crews below the fire in case the building collapsed.
No one was hurt, and the cause of that fire is under investigation. And a heads up for you, a busy connector ramp in Mission Valley will be closed nightly beginning tonight. The eastbound Interstate 8 to southbound State Route 163 ramp will be closed for construction from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. tonight through Thursday. Traffic from the eastbound 8 headed to Hillcrest and North Park will need to go down the Qualcomm Way, Texas Street exit. And coming up for you on CBS 8 News Live at 5, a rite of spring is in full bloom at Balboa Park. We'll take you right there. And an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour today, how the Padres are making game day more inclusive. That's coming up for you right after the break.